gotta do right now. Cover up your beauty for the Almighty. You do all this for your genius. Sacrifice is only temporary. You know what you gotta do right now. Your hijab is your crown, we all see, and you wear it to serve Ilahi. Hijab, bigger hijab, bigger hijab. Bigger, you wear it for Allah. Hijab, bigger hijab, bigger hijab. Bigger, you wear it for Allah. She's independent, this hijab is on deen. She knows what she wants, she is a queen. She don't follow trends in magazines. Quran and Sunnah is a daily routine. If you wanna look amazing, lady, you know what you gotta do right now. Cover up your beauty for the Almighty. You do all this for your deen. Your sacrifice is only temporary. You know what you gotta do right now. Your hijab is your crown, we all see, and you wear it to serve Ilahi. Hijab, bigger hijab, bigger hijab. Bigger, you wear it for Allah. Hijab, bigger hijab, bigger hijab. Bigger, you wear it for Allah. H-I-J-A-B, she wears it, she's a queen. She wears it for her deen. It's a H-I-J-A-B, sophisticated girl. She's just like a pearl. She covers up her beauty for the one who made this world. If you wanna look amazing, lady, you know what you gotta do right now. Cover up your beauty for the Almighty. You do all this for your deen. Your sacrifices only temporary.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, good evening and welcome to Youth Frequency right here on Al Ansar. Yes, I'm your host and I'm here with the crew. Just one's missing. Well, Jamie, we're missing her. She's still in India. She's doing her yoga course. But we got Mummy Bear here, Michelle. It feels like so long, Liam, that we're back in studio. Well, we missed the show due to a special broadcast. And also we did our live honoring the grade 12 learners, the class of 2025. Well, we're back home. Tonight, we're addressing reality, facing thousands of young people across our community, the pressure to succeed through university and the fear that follows when that part doesn't work out. Our topic tonight is Beyond University, Real Paths for Youth in 2026 who are not studying or worried about their future. Not everyone makes it to tertiary education. Not everyone thrives in the classroom. Believe me, I'm a teacher and I'm still battling. And not everyone's success story starts with a degree. You heard that? Let me read that line again for you. Not everyone's success story starts with a degree. But that does not mean the future is closed. This evening, we'll have a conversation about, the real alternatives, practical skills, mindset shifts, and opportunities that young people can pursue right now, from skills development, entrepreneurship to personal growth and branding in a fast changing world. Well, in studio, we have Michelle. As everybody know who listens to Youth Frequency, Mommy Bear. She's the mom of Jamie. She's looking very fresh, very beautiful, very energetic. She got a glow on her face. I don't know whether the kids are gone to school or whether we took a break from Youth Frequency or it's just the weather. Summer agrees to you.
Hi, Sumaya. I hope you're doing well. It's definitely not the weather. I think because of the weather, we've got to have a couple more showers. So we're all looking fresher than fresh. So, yeah, nice to be here.
Yes, and we have Liam, our graphic designer, for those of you who have forgotten, brand, strategic, who builds a career beyond traditional pathways, perfect for Youth Frequency. How's it doing?
I'm good. Meg, how are you?
Other than hot, bothered, and cool now, and like you can hear our voices, it's like our energy is just sapped away in the evening.
100%.
Imagine, it's definitely not age, we're trying to keep it youthful for Youth Frequency, and we have our guest.
We have Ryan in studio, yeah, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here. Hope everyone's feeling as good as me right now.
Really, you're looking cool. You're really cool. You're feeling great. Yeah. Well, probably he's one who enjoys summer.
Yes.
I wouldn't say summer. You know, I saw a TikTok video earlier on where you got this lady. She's there. She got a 2-liter empty cold drink bottle, and she got water, and she's pouring, and she's saying, "God, please, can you go and turn off that oven? Not oven,
Oven.
please. My hair is not setting. My makeup is melting." And she's going on, and the temperature's rising. And I'm thinking to myself, like, and everywhere around KZN, there's been a lot of I wouldn't say load shedding, but power
Outages. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And that just adds to
It does.
I'll say more, lady.
Yeah, it does.
The guys wouldn't understand.
Hi guys, we're still feeling it in the seat, you know. Like,
Huh?
God, please fry us. We are your samosas. That's how it feels.
Well, you know, someone told me when it was the day before yesterday, well, just imagine all the sin we commit. This is a touch, not even a touch or a drop or a slight feeling of what hell is going to be. So maybe it's a reminder.
It could
Go
be
back.
a reminder.
That is why we're going to have. That's why we're having youth
I
frequency.
love the analogy.
Yeah, you know, it's just you know, but makes us think. Oh, we get so caught up in the world and everything, we forget that one day we're not going to be here.
Funny you're saying that, because just yesterday I just messaged a friend on Facebook saying we are only here for 3 reasons: to know, to love, and to serve God, and everything else is just noise. And it's just here to keep us occupied. Otherwise, we'd all be sitting very bored, waiting for that day.
Imagine.
You know. So yes, you're right. Very important.
And exactly. And you know, the devil fights with us every single day, and we fight with the devil. We become the devil sometimes, and then we repent, and then we pray, and then may you know the Almighty guide all of us, because adults are just as the youth. We are just like the youth. We are just like the youth. Well, our topic this evening, Beyond University, real paths for the youth in 2026 who are not studying or just worried about their future. I think right now, we can't say, you know, we're waiting for the new year to begin, because we're already in February. Before we know that, we'll be marching into March, and the year will be over so quick. It'll be gone.
That's true.
Exactly. You know, many young people feel like they're failed if they don't go to university. Well, I think we come from that era. It's like you had not besides university, like you had to become someone to have something in paper to say that you're a success or you're successful. You know. But why do you think this mindset is so deeply rooted, Michelle?
I think it's more generational thing, because all parents want their kids to do better than how they did it. So when you said for us it comes from that generation, definitely I agree it does. You know, we have this philosophy, do better than I did sort of thing. So we tend to push a little harder. We want to open up those doors for our kids, for them to achieve what we say we did not, you know, have the advantages to do so. But not everybody is in that situation where they do qualify for university, for number one, for whatever reason. Sometimes it's just life circumstances. Doesn't mean you're not smart enough, you know. So sometimes it's just life circumstances, or sometimes there's genuinely no funding. But there are other alternatives. Definitely are. I mean, there's institutions that you can go to, and you know, that basically allow you to do more affordable courses that offer you advantages, because they've teamed up with certain companies, and you're guaranteed an interview with that company to get a job. I mean, I know of one specifically. So they call the independent. My brain just went to independent. What is it? I actually wrote it, distance education. You know, so all is not lost. All is not lost. There are ways. You know, it does not mean because you can't be funded or because you didn't qualify to go to university, all is lost. You can find those cheaper, those more affordable sort of courses, and there are ways, because there are companies now that are partnering with other companies that can help you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I add to that one? I think also that older school mindset of, if you didn't go to university, you were going to have a rough time, or you didn't make it. It also stems from, if we look at South Africa's history and our past, growing up under the apartheid system, the only way for people of color to really have an opportunity to alleviate that pressure of their necks that the regime had on them was to go to university and participate in these tertiary education
100%.
spaces. So people often push their kids into those spaces because they wanted them to afford themselves the best lives that they could as a person of color living under apartheid. So I think that is also a big factor that we must consider.
Since you're mentioning that, on my previous show on school matters, about 2 years, someone came on and did a research, and they mentioned people of color, majority, going back now maybe 20, 25, 30 years ago, teacher, doctor, lawyer, lawyer, doctor, teacher. And that was like, okay, you made it. And I'm talking about the minority races. And you know what? That made sense. How many people have people who are teachers in their family? Okay, now everyone's becoming a teacher. But what I'm trying to say is like, and how many people, it's like you had to pursue something in that part there. Teacher, doctor, lawyer, lawyer, doctor, teacher. And if you never do any of that and want to do like fine arts, then you're dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
So many of our freedom fighters were also made of that combo: teacher, doctor, lawyer, doctor, lawyer, sorry, doctor, lawyer.
No, but so true. It's so true when you think about it.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned it, if you tend to study many politicians or anyone, what professions they were.
Those three.
Exactly. Huh? That's so true. But then times are changing.
100%.
Liam, in 2026, is university still the only definition of success, or has that changed?
That has definitely changed. I'll go into a tangent just now, but 100%. University is not a golden key to a successful future. For a lot of people, it can mean that, but for many people, if university is not feasible or a viable option for them, there's other options out there that they can achieve success within their lives. A funny one is, AI may come and take all our jobs, but one thing I can guarantee you, AI is not going to replace toilets. We need plumbers, guys. We need tradesmen.
Hey, those guys.
We need welders.
Those guys make a lot of money.
Not just a lot of money.
But he's got such a
There's
point.
job security there.
Do you know? And they're so sharp. It's like during you could say end of December, beginning of January. I know guys were calling like, if you're looking for someone to sort out to install gas, the cage,
Yes.
they're busy. But they're coming to you. They're coming to you.
Gas
You have-
technicians, yeah.
You have a plumbing issue. They're coming to you.
Mm.
But they got 6 other people before they're coming to you. So they really made your money out of you.
There
they're
you
coming to
go.
you. So that's what I'm saying. It's artisans,
100%.
are
People
making-
who are out here, with their hustle. And back to that point that you were bringing up, the artisans. Like, you don't have to go to university to learn how to be a gas fitter or one of the installers. But the way that everyone's going with gas stoves because of our energy problems in South Africa, the lights aren't always going to be on here.
Exactly.
So those guys, they may do an internship with a company. Maybe they get their certifications, maybe in under 6 months to a year. And now you qualified installer, you're making your own bread,
Liam, okay. Yeah, Mommy Bear, we shall be giving our age away. Did you ever see professionals, educators, protesting, unemployed outside Maritzburg, the Department of Education, the head office? Did you ever see doctors, qualified doctors, unemployed, protesting with placards? But that's what's happening right now,
100%.
unemployment. And there you have a content creator. They're living the life.
100%.
They are practically living the life. So you sit there and think, okay, I studied, I took a student loan, my parents struck it out, I struck it out. And there you have somebody who was just floating in school. And there they are. No, but that's reality.
Yeah, that's
We're not
reality.
saying don't study. We're not saying it's good if you choose not to, exploit your full potential. But this is the harsh reality of what's going on.
Education is most important. I mean, we all know that education opens, doors in your mind and in your heart and in your soul that just an ordinary job can't do. Because once you start studying, you start seeing life totally differently. You go into an environment, and it's just some motivation for those youth who can study. You go into an environment, and the way that you communicate with people, the way that you see that environment changes after you've educated yourself. But the point I think that we're trying to make, and I hope there's parents and youth listening out there, is that if you cannot for some reason go that route. There
Yeah.
are alternatives.
100%.
I mean, I know for a long time in my career,
Yeah.
I actually worked as a senior person in a call center industry.
Mm.
And a lot of people say call centers are bad. You know, just a little bit of advice, because I was firsthand in there. That's a sort of job where a young person goes in. The amount of development that person is receiving is amazing. If you can, compared it to some courses that are done at tech level or university level, and in call centers they're offering that information for free. So given your child's mindset is right and they stay focused just on what it is that they need to do, they can develop in an environment like a call center and one day end up a leader in that call center, earning more of a salary than even some of our
Exactly.
lawyers. So
Yeah.
all is not lost.
You know, but when you think about it, the main thing is the end result, the goal is
Yeah.
they must be able to be responsible,
Yes.
pay their bills,
And be focused.
be independent,
Yeah.
and fend for themselves and purchase all the things they want from the material things, whether it's the house or the car,
Yeah.
with that job.
And you
That's
can
the main
study
thing.
while you're working. I mean, I studied later. I didn't study straight
Yeah.
out of school. I mean, we were a lot of kids at home and stuff. And I started to skill myself
Yeah.
after I had 2-3 kids.
Hmm.
You know, I had little kids and I was studying. But as I say, education does change things. It really does. You start to see a whole different perspective of life. So I would encourage anybody to study, whether it is that you can straight out of school or whether it is after you have a job. But skill yourself in some sort of way. I love Liam's idea about plumbers and
Get your
artisans
paper.
What's your
and
skill?
stuff.
That's
Yes,
it.
I
That's
love
it.
that.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, Liam, what are the realistic options for young people who are not in tertiary education right now? We have so many who do not get accepted. They have so many who, let's be honest, right, amongst your bras, your friends, whoever, there's excuses like they know why they're not studying, but it could be financial, it could be they never make the cutoff or whatever. They're sitting and they're really depressed and they're thinking like, what now? What happens right now?
So, firstly, for those who didn't make
We'd
it,
love to
maybe
meet you.
due to
Yeah.
for those who didn't make it, maybe due to poor results. I actually dived into Reddit earlier and I was reading some stuff from people who have lived this experience. But what I would say is it's definitely worth your while to maybe consider doing a rewrite if university is not an avenue that you really want to pursue. A lot of people don't go down that avenue and try to sort of puzzle their way sort of through it
Yeah.
because they don't want to be left behind by their peers. But one of the most interesting experiences about university is that once you leave school and your school friends go off and do their own lives, no one's really keeping tabs of where you are. They just want to know that you're doing okay. So even if you're 1 year behind your friends at who were in high school with you, that's fine. You're all gonna graduate at some point in time. You're gonna get into the working world, and no one's gonna really judge you by where you are at that point in time. So I would really say for young people to consider maybe doing a rewrite. If it's for financial reasons, or let's say a rewrite is not feasible before we get into the financial reasons side of things, I would say if people are not really settled on what they want to do career-wise and they have the finances, maybe start looking into shorter courses and getting a feel of what the tertiary space is like, especially in terms of, so for instance, with short courses, they still give you coursework that is in line with like the levels of certain degrees and qualifications, especially when it comes to academic, what do they call it? Academic ethics. So learning how to reference and learning how to write academically. And those things could prepare you for university or study later on in your life. It also will open up your world to a whole new set of avenues and experiences that you may never have gotten if you went straight into university. Maybe you find that you thought you were going to be an engineer, but now you realize you love philosophy and English, and now you want to go into schools and teach. You never know. If it's from a financial perspective, I have a friend who isn't too well off, and he worked for a lot of his younger life coming out of school. He actually wants to go into the army. He really wanted to be a soldier, and he just kept getting rejected. He's one of the most physical fit people I've ever known. Super, super, super intense with fitness, and he never made it into the army. But another passion of his is accounting, and he wants to become a CA, but he didn't have the finances for it. So he worked a long time as a personal trainer He built up the funds. And then after a period of time, he managed to get a learnership with a company. And then he has to basically pull a certain amount of hours on the job under senior CAs and stuff like that while studying also. And the company pays him to study and still he has to pay for those studies. I think he said he was going to take out a student loan. And that's how he's starting to fund his studies, his avenue into university. Other than that, I have a couple of friends who didn't even go the university route. They went straight into trade work, getting their papers sorted, getting some sort of qualification under their belt, and then running with that. I know my brother went into the electrical field. Ryan, do you want to chat a little bit about your experience?
What is it? The N1, N2?
Yeah. How does the levels go?
N1, N2, N3, and then from there you could get a red seal. There's specific levels for each degree. So basically you do a N3, from there you get a trade test and you get a red seal approved. You become an artisan. And as you go, you can study further, get further tested. From there you become a more skilled artisan. You become an artisan, a technician, an engineer. This is an avenue I see a lot of people going nowadays. It's a lot of people consider it less study intense and more hands-on work. So it helps in that field for a lot of people.
And when you think about it, it's current because with technology, we got solar, we need electrical guys. It's the way the world is moving.
100%.
Well, we're going to take a short ad break and we will continue.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
اللهم سلمني لرمضان وسلم رمضان لي وسلمه لي متقبلا.
Medical Files are sponsored by Ahmed Al Qadi Private Hospital, a state-of-the-art private hospital, a project initiated by the Islamic Medical Association of South Africa.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio-visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
This Ramadan, make your dream of spending the blessed days in the sacred cities a reality. Join us for a spiritually uplifting Umrah experience during the most sacred time of the year. Enjoy quality accommodation close to the Haramain, comfort, convenience, and peace of mind when you travel with a trusted agency. Limited availability. Secure your booking today. Contact us now on 031 208 4222 and follow us on social media for further details. Let Ramadan be your time to reconnect, revive, and return spiritually fulfilled.
Come visit BYD Durban at 950 Amgeni Road. Explore electric and hybrid vehicles that offer comfort, safety, and long range. BYD is one of the world's largest EV and hybrid vehicle manufacturers. Our experienced team knows BYD models thoroughly and they'll guide you through features, financing, and trade-in options. Book a test drive and feel the power of BYD. Stop by BYD Durban, 950 Amgeni Road today. Our team is ready to help you find the BYD that suits your lifestyle. Proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group.
As school opens, School Matters, in partnership with Save Hyper and Radio Al-Ansar, is calling you to help a child step into the new year with confidence. We're collecting school uniforms and school shoes, new or gently used, to support learners in need. Drop off your donations at Save Hyper, 362 Victoria Road, or at Radio Al-Ansar, 240 Ortman Road, Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 3 p.m. Let's come together, uplift our community, and make a real difference, one child at a time. School Matters, Save Hyper, and Radio Al-Ansar, because education starts with dignity.
Canute de Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Florida Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت.
Canute Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strata Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
Ciao, amici. Welcome to Nonna's Italian Kitchen. Here, you enter my Nonna Maria's warm embrace. Each dish crafted with love. Ah, fresh herbs, homemade pizza and pasta. It's a family tradition. Come taste our pizza and pastas, made with the finest Italian tomatoes, stone ground flour, and local freshness. Mange Mange. Celebrate life and family around the table with a taste of Italy at Gateway Mhlanga, Florida Road, Durban, and Nelson Mandela Square, Gauteng. Vi aspetto. I'll be waiting for you.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al-Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners to enjoy a high-energy cereal at the start of the school day. Help children to focus on learning and not hunger. Let's make breakfast possible today. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Radio Al-Ansar, Durban, 90.4 FM. Peter Maritzburg, 105.6 FM.
Hey, youth of today, it's time to keep it real. Real talk, real issues, real youth. From mental health and peer pressure to faith, identity, and the power of social media. No topic is off limits. Join Sumaya Khan every Wednesday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. on Radio Al-Ansar for real talk where your voice matters. It's your space, your story, your platform. Real talk, real issues, real youth. Only on Radio Al-Ansar.
If you wanna look amazing, lady, you know what you gotta do right now. Cover up your beauty for the Almighty. You do all this for your genius. Sacrifice is only temporary. You know what you gotta do right now. Your hijab is your crown, we all see, and you wear it to serve Ilahi. Hijab, bigo, hijab, bigo, hijab. You wear it for Allah. Hijab, bigo, hijab, bigo, hijab. You wear it for Allah. She's independent, this hijab is on deen. She knows what she wants, she is a queen. She don't follow trends in magazines. Quran and Sunnah is a daily routine. If you wanna look amazing, lady, you know what you gotta do right now. Cover up your beauty for the Almighty.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, good evening and welcome to Youth Frequency. Our topic this evening is Beyond University, real paths for youth beyond university in 2026 who are not studying or worried about the future. Well, I'm so excited. We managed spontaneously to link up with the counterpart, Jamie, all the way from India. She's busy studying in India. We're missing her immensely on News Frequency. Jamie, how are you?
I am well, Sumaya, besides missing all of you.
Wow! We are in awe because you know what? You are absolutely crystal clear. We can hear you. So you are, what's the time right now in India?
It is 11.
11.
But I couldn't resist.
You couldn't resist.
All the counterparts.
Well, we have Mummy Bear here. We have Lian here and we have Ryan here, and all of them are like, they look like they're going to cry, but at the same time, excitement, and at the same time, like, wow, you linked up with us. So tell us, how have your journey been thus far in India? It's like about almost 3 weeks.
Yes, to us words really can't, but I'm so forward to coming back and sharing some of the experiences and some of the wisdom. I think especially this topic is really relevant. It feels so sad. I feel that I got the experience, but God's been so good. open up these doors.
Yeah.
And I would never expect. I just want to say to those listening, be open. It might not always look like other people's journey, but there's always more in store. So be open.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're missing you a hell of a lot, and we can't wait to have you back in studio with us. And well done on all your results. I believe that you've been doing quite well in all your papers.
Yes. Of course.
Okay, you passed all your papers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, lots of love and thank you for linking up. I know you got a strict regime there. It's 11 o'clock and you're going to be up very early. And how many more days you have before you come home?
Only a few. I actually come back on. But I'm arriving for that weekend.
Well, Liam said 4 more. Liam is counting the days. He said 4 more.
He's counting his sleeps.
Well, all the best. We miss you like crazy, and we just can't wait to hear all the experiences, all that's been happening in India. And when you come back, you can tell us all about it on air, on Youth Frequency. Love you lots.
Oh, I love you too, and we'll chat soon. Bye, counterpart.
Oh, bye. Yes, that was Jamie, the co-host of Youth in Frequency. She's actually there studying yoga.
Yeah.
She's doing a whole entire yoga course. It's been 3 weeks that she's in India, and she's so disciplined. They have part of the course is where it's really strict in the whole thing. So it's everything. So we can't wait back. She's going to be like a real gymnast. I won't even say a gymnast. She'll be like a little rubber band, probably. Disciplined. But yoga is like, it keeps you so disciplined.
It does. And it's done wonderful things for a spiritual journey as well. Because, she's a spiritual life coach. And it's amazing. She's so grateful for everything.
And when you think about it, when you talk spiritually, every religion, whether it's Islam, Christianity, anything which has to do like we have the zikr, then you have, everything grounds you. Meditation is so important. When we are so modern that we fall off, and then we realize we need to come back to us.
Got to ground yourself again.
Back to us, back to culture, back to religion, and remember the Almighty. That is so important. While doing the show, we realized that we as youth, we've also now and then been on our journey in different ways. Well, going back to our topic this evening, we were talking about skills, and we were talking about the degrees, and you were talking about different courses. Ryan, tell us more. You were talking about what you're doing and your journey.
So my journey has been one of pursuing university. It's what I initially wanted to do. But with the COVID-19 virus, it stalled my plans. So what I needed to do was quickly find something to do. I feel like it's something that a lot of youth goes through. They're anxious about what to move forward with. There's many paths, but not all of them are open for us. So I was fortunate enough to stumble upon a trade learnership. I studied, I went through my N courses. What I focused on was mechanical engineering. It's a field that you hear about a lot. Many people like to think of it as an easy field. It's readily available for most people. And once I found it, I realized that I really liked it. Then after studying, I managed to get a learnership with Toyota. So now, even though it's not directly related, my course is what helped me get to this point. I'm stably working. It's been quite a journey to get here. It took a few years, but I'm quite happy where I am. Seeing all the other people around me get to where they were, everyone went through different parts, but studying, going through trades, or even going straight to work, many people took different routes, but it helped them to end up stable in their lives. A lot of people are very happy with what they're doing. Especially in the trade field, I see a lot of people that come from many different walks of life. It's not something that's very easy to think about, but I've seen a lot of people that have been through a lot of different things, people from many backgrounds. And surprisingly, I've seen a lot of people of different ages. I've been with people that are very young and people that are quite old within my field. And I think it's very uplifting to see this, because it's never too late to actually do anything.
And we talk about this every single show, and even though we don't plan it, the unemployment rate, especially youth unemployment, is something else.
Yeah.
But the youth still want to Uber, Michelle.
Yeah, no, I don't know how. And
they still want to go out on Fridays.
Vapes is just on
and the Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And the designer clothes. So
I know. And sparkly lip gloss.
Yeah, our tech is laughing there, but this is the
reality.
This is the reality. So wherever you can create employment, generate money, because it's like a culture among South Africans, regardless again of your race, who you are. It's just a youth culture where you'll meet a lady, she's not working. We're not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, if you have family who can, do stuff for you and things like that. But it's like cool. It's like cool. I have somebody who does this and somebody. So we basically want you to be independent. We want you to earn a living. You know what I'm trying to say, Ryan? Because how many friends do you have around your age and are still totally unemployed, just walking and turning and but still living?
It's something that you see every so often. It's not the easiest thing to introspect.
Yeah.
So some people they float around through life. It's we look at it as that once you qualified, once you get your degree or whatever, you get a job. But even with all of that, it's not what happens. Something that I found very inspiring was I have a friend that started washing cars.
Yeah.
He walked around with a bucket and soap and some cloths.
Credits. Yeah.
And to this day, it's been roughly 4 years. And he's still managing that business. It's grown for him. He did this, and now he's studying, so it's more management for him.
He has a story to say about his success.
Yes, it's something I was very inspired by myself, because it showed me that there's no one path to getting to a successful life.
100%.
It's all about how you look at it and what you want to pursue.
Everyone has that story when they talk about they made it, and that's the whole thing. We basically want our youth to be independent, pay their bills, and when their parents are gone, whoever supports them, they can stand on their own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. And regardless, whether you're at university, whether you, I saw a TikTok video earlier on where someone showed it to me, where a teacher is saying, these are my girls, and they made it, grade 12s, and then he said, one of them saying, but he told us we're going to be a cashier. And the other one said, but you told us we're going to be standing in the corner of that container in some township. He said, and then one said, and you should body shame. And then they all looked, but we made it because of you.
Yes.
You made it because of you. Michelle, how can families and communities support the youth without shaming them and putting pressure on them? Because suicide, depression is a reality, and just falling off is reality.
Yeah, I think within communities, one thing we lack is businesses coming together and prioritizing the youth and their development. And I said it. I'm going to say it.
Say it. This is youth frequency.
In every community, there are businesses. Somehow, if we all got to come together and say, look here, what are we doing to enable our youth, or what doors are we opening, or what are we prepared to put down to make sure that we can assist our youth? And if we start prioritizing the future of our kids, then more companies now will start opening little positions or little skills development programs for them to enable them. Imagine in a perfect world, if every community had this hub for development for the youth. And businesses come together and say, oh, well, I need this function and I need that function, and I'm willing to put X amount down to develop so many youth from my community, And that's in a perfect world, or in a dream world. I hope that one day when people listening somebody can do it in their community.
But I don't know
it'll help the youth.
But I don't know whether you've noticed this in South Africa. That's slowly becoming big.
It's very important.
I've been noticing,
because I do that. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
and I've been
but I need people to help. I can't do it as a one-man band.
You know what? That is the harsh reality.
Yeah.
We need to treat the place as a village, and these are our children, and we need to take care. What mindset shifts are most important for the youth who feel stuck or left behind, Liam? I feel left behind. All my friends are gone. They're making it. I'm still here, sitting in the lounge, watching Netflix, hoping something will happen.
As someone who's experienced blockages, or some people would call it failures within the academic journey, you have to let go of the idea that you need to keep the same pace as other people's within their own journeys. Everyone's on their own path. We all take steps of different sizes.
Yeah.
So whether I take 1,000 steps or you take 1,000 steps, we're going to end up at a different point. And I think with the youth, we need to understand that their journey is not my journey and my journey is not their journey. It does not need to look the same. Some people have to go through hardships within their life and learn certain things. Some people may have it easy and have to experience those things later. I think as the youth, comparing is one of the biggest thieves of our joy.
Yeah.
The understanding that social media is not a real place. We need to compare ourselves on those platforms.
But Liam,
yes,
it is a real place, social media.
No, it's fake, but it's a real place.
You know why I'm fighting and arguing with this? Come on, Michelle, back me up. No, people look at how successful you are,
but that depends
by your
on
likes.
No,
I know people who have thousands of likes who are unemployed.
That's true.
I know people of thousands of likes who are phoning me, Sumaya, can you feature me in somewhere for me to put up? But you need to take care of your children, or you need to look for a job. But this is the fake reality which we are believing in right now.
100%. Look, those are not true metrics for success. The social media analytics, that's not gonna give you what gives you your drive or your passion in life. And it's about understanding what you want out of life and making the necessary sacrifice to go forward with it, and not comparing yourself. That's the biggest one for my youth out there. I really want them to really understand that sometimes things take time. And trust me, it may sound like I'm just saying this, but I've experienced it in my own life. I was in university a lot longer than my peers, and I had to come through a lot of adversity within my academic journey. And I came out on top. I mean, I was probably one of the lucky few. Started at the bottom, and now we're here. #Drake. But we, it really comes
stronger.
You really have to understand that everyone's going to be on their own path, and you just need to do what's good for you in that moment.
As you're talking right now, you wouldn't be in Youth Frequency advising and talking about experiences, because you lived it, you've been through it, you've been through those emotions, those feelings, you know what it was, and now you want to advise the youth, because then they can know, they can be guided to know what to do. Michelle, if you speak directly to a young person listening tonight, right now, to us, who feels lost or anxious about the future, what would you tell them, or what would you say?
You are born for a reason and a purpose. You were called by name. You're supposed to be here. So there's definitely a path for you. Don't give up. Search within yourself. What is it that you like? Where you want to go? And look for those opportunities, and don't be afraid. Take that leap. Whether it be going to university, if you can't get to university and you got to find a job and then pay for yourself to study afterwards, or if you're just so determined to go into an organization or take a job and you learn so well that you climb up that ladder, good for you. You know, there is hope, but never quit and never give up.
Do you know, I feel no matter how the youth look, we say the youth is between the age of 15 to like 35. They need someone to tell you, hey, you get up that couch. Hey, you somebody. And even as adults, we need that, I wouldn't say validation, but you need someone to motivate you or to push you when you get stuck. That is so important.
It's a basic need.
And from doing radio for so many years, when we have guests, when we interview them, who like have businesses, organizations, who are motivational speakers, they always say there was always somebody who pushed, who kicked.
100%.
And at that time, you might have hated that person. But if it even your adversities in your life have made you who you are, today. Liam, how does your career shows that creativity and skills can open doors? What advice do you have for the youth interested in creative or digital careers right now? Because that is like taking over.
It is, yeah.
So the creative space, especially in terms of monetization, is booming. We're in an era now where we do a lot of online shopping. and people are selling a lot, whether it be services or skills. And people who have a creative bone in their body can actually tap into that and earn a place in that market. You need to leverage your creative skills to sort of make a way for you or to earn some money for you. And that could be many ways. You could go into copywriting. You could go into brand strategy. You could go into design. You could go into web. You know what's a really booming space now in tech, and even creative people can get there? Cybersecurity. And a lot of cybersecurity companies, or a lot of these big AI companies, are actually paying for cybersecurity courses to be either really discounted or free, so that people can get their certification, so that they can apply to be in these roles. So just out there for my youth who are looking for something to do in that space, there's cybersecurity. But in terms of creativity, there's so many ways you can sell yourself and your skills to people. As a designer, I'm often talking to business owners or people who own brands or initiatives and how they can better market themselves. Currently, going through some business with a client where we are looking at their social media and how they can get more reach to push their product. So there's many, many ways to make money, whether it's through a company or as an entrepreneur. As a creative, the only thing that's stopping you is maybe your imposter syndrome or your access to certain resources. But there's a place for you out there in that marketplace.
Exactly. Ryan, what advice you got for those who thought like, oh, why should I even do what Ryan did? I mean, like, no, I want to be like, all glam. I want to do something which is, because that happens. Like, I had a colleague who told me today she was going to enroll someone at DUT, some cousin or a nephew, and at the very last minute, they want to do some engineering. What does she do? Because the entire family, even this child, has been groomed to do something else. So what advice do you have for somebody who feels like, oh, that's boring? Is it about being boring, or what is it?
For me, there's two reasons to do something. It's either about putting your head down because you need to work for it, or it's because it's a passion you're pursuing. Now, the way I look at it is that putting your head down to get to your goal it's a very solid way to do things.
Yeah.
And it's you're doing it because you have to. So one of the main things that you need for this is commitment. No matter what you're doing, you need to have commitment to pursue your goal, to study hard, to earn your money. Whatever you need to do, it's commitment. Then if you're fortunate enough to pursue your passion, it's going to come to you naturally. You're going to enjoy your work, you're going to enjoy your studies, whatever you're doing. And with engineering specifically, I find a lot of people that are passionate about it. It's if you are on the cusp of doing something and you think about something else, it's the other thing that's drawing you more.
Yeah.
You have that second thought, and that second thought is what you want to do. You can commit to that more easily than the thing you're preparing for.
Yeah. Well, you know what? As we wrap up tonight's show conversation, one message stands out clearly. Your future is not cancelled because university didn't work out for you. Your future is not cancelled because you never make it. Your future is not cancelled because right now you're sitting and deciding what do I do? Where do I go? And how do I make it happen for myself? Success doesn't come in one shape, one qualification, or one timeline. Whether through skills, traits, creativity, entrepreneurship, leadership, or service, there are many doors still open. To the youth listening tonight, you are not behind. You are not a failure. And your worth is not measured by acceptance letters or exam results. So take small steps, learn continuously, surround yourself with positive influences, and trust that the Almighty places every person on a unique journey with purpose. A heartfelt thank you to our guests, Michelle, Ryan, and Liam, and hopefully, I love you guys too, Jamie's going to be in studio next week. From me, Sumaya Khan. Yes, definitely. Assalamu alaikum.
An informative Islamic global perspective. This is